Okay, awesome. I'm here. I'm live. I'm direct. Okay, so here goes. Good afternoon, everybody. I know most people is at church right now. We got done early, so I'm here. And of course, it's Mercy Myles-Jenkins. I am the CEO and founder of Legacy Driven Consulting and Publishing. And so today's topic, I've forgotten what the topic was, about how not to allow your books to get stolen. So we're going to be talking about that. But before we do, just want to let you know that I am looking for 4 people. We've already got a couple of people in, but I'm looking for 4 people that's interested in getting their book done in record time. Okay, so if that's you and you have an interest to write your book, and you want to do it and you don't want to take like 2-3 years to get it done, right? 18 months, which sometimes it does take that amount of time, okay? But not in our camp. So if that's you and you have an interest and you might want to get it done before the end of the year, now is the time to do it. So I've got 4 spots, and how you get one of those is by going to bit.ly. I forgot to put it on there. Writers Book Me, okay? And what will happen is when you get to making that booking that appointment, we're going to be working on a plan for you to get your book done. Okay, so we're going to be working on ensuring that we're a good fit, and then we're going to work towards a plan. Okay, and so the pricing for my program to write in 7 days or less and to move forward with publishing, get it all published and capped off is $5,000. Okay, so if you're interested, go ahead and quickly make an appointment so that you can take one of those 4 spots. Okay, trust me, they'll go, and they always go. Okay, so trust me when I say you want to get in this class. I'm not sure we're going to do another one this year. Okay, but anyhow, so how to not allow your books to get stolen. This is a common thing, and this happens more often than you even think, okay? And this happened to me, all right? For real, this happened to me, but luckily, we was able to recover. Hey, Apostle April, how you doing, sisters? Good to see you. You're on fire in Clubhouse and everywhere else. So it's good to see you. She is the dating queen for those who are waiting on their Boaz. All right, you definitely want to seek out Apostle Paul, especially if you're a man or woman of God. She can help support you. All right, so how not to allow your book to get stolen, okay? And this is very common. In fact, it's so common it happened to me, okay? And so this is what I want to tell you. It was 10 years ago that I began to put pen to paper. There's some things that happened in my life. A lot of you guys already know that I have recovered from being in the cult and had undergone extensive brainwashing and all the rest of it. Okay, so that's my story. And I came out of that season, and that was like 2010. Okay, so for 8 years, this was going on. So 2009, 2009, 2010, God began to really deal with me about my experience, and I began to put pen to paper. I was writing about the experience, about the pain, the suffering, the affliction, the agony. Just the other day, I was telling somebody in the interview that I used to wish them dead. Like, it was that bad, right? It was that bad, like the control. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't think for myself. It was terrible. But anyway, so in that season, God gave me an idea called divorce poetry. And so I began to write poetry and do spoken word, all the rest of it. And I was dedicated, right? Seriously dedicated. I mean, when I say dedicated, I mean I was writing every blessed day for 12 months. Like, I'm not lying. I'm being really serious. For 12 months, I was writing every single day, all right? Because I was perfecting the gift. And I was also perfecting the poems that I had written, and they were like long forms, right? In long form, some short, but predominantly long because I was performing them, okay? Awesome. So what happened is 2010, we moved, right? All right. Somebody said we moved, right? Just making sure you're here and listening. We moved in 2010. You know, that was a very transitional period, right? Where we was in the recession. Anyhow, so we moved. And in the moving, my book was resting on a computer. Okay. So thank you. Thank you, Apostle April. So it was on this very particular computer, right? Which is like seriously outdated now. 2010 smartphones appeared. So you can imagine that was like a dinosaur computer, right? Because technology moves that quick. Anyhow, so my stuff was on there. And remember now, I've been dedicated. I've been doing this on a daily basis. We move, and that causes a disruption for everything. Okay. A disruption for my cadence of every day turning up and spending an hour, spending 2 hours and perfecting my writing, putting my writing together. Okay. And I was at the near end too, like to the extent where I had all 30 pieces written out. I had reviewed it. I had approved it. I had somebody else do the proofreading for it. And she was a very sought after commissioned poet. And in fact, took one of my poems and read it at like an award, like a huge, big award ceremony, like a big deal, basically. And they loved it. They loved my work. But anyway, so I said I ought to say that the work was pretty much finished. Okay, pretty much it was finished. It was capped off. I remember doing the contents page and everything. We moved, and then that was the end of that. Okay, we moved. We put the computer. We put it in the attic, and there it died. Okay, so my work died on the computer for 10 whole years. Okay, now. There was some times when I remembered it and I said, where's that book of poem? I know I did a work, okay? I would go into my emails looking for it. Mercy's Poetry is what I saved it as in a yellow folder. I couldn't find it for nothing. It never, ever pulled up when I searched my email. Like never pulled up, not one time, okay? And I was like, what is going on? I can't find it. Like, it just was not made available to me, period. 2019 came along. A man of God told me, God said that you got 3 books. One of them, I totally forgot about. I had a dream, okay? Somebody say dream. I had a dream, okay? I had a dream and God spoke to me in the dream. And in the dream, he showed me that I already had a book. And I woke up thinking, do I have a book? I had forgotten it. In other words, it was stolen from me, stolen from my memory. I had forgotten all about it. It was left in the attic, okay, on this computer. And I said to myself, surely God doesn't want me to bring the book back. I was like, is he really referring to that? Yes, he was really referring to the book that I had written. It was already capped off. It was stored on a computer, and he was really serious about pulling it out, okay? So I said, okay, God, I need to be able to look for it. So this is November. I couldn't find it in my email. Okay. So what I did is I hired somebody to come over to my house. He was like a tech person. We went to the attic. He took the hard drive piece out of the hard drive. I think I'm saying that right. Right. He took the hard drive out of the tower. He took the hard drive out of the tower. 2 weeks later, he gave it to me on the thumb drive. I was able to restore children's photos galore of my kids who were really small, which was beautiful, but also the book, okay? And here it is today, okay? So what am I saying? I'm saying that a lot of times our books are stolen for this very one reason, okay? And that is procrastination. Okay. Procrastination is the thief of all dreams. If you have a dream, right? This was a dream that I had. Okay. Mercy Speaks. Okay. A collection of poems, intimate thoughts, prayers, and self-reflections. So this was something that was so dear to my heart. It was an experience I had gone through and it needed to be out in the world. But because of life, okay, somebody say life, because of life, I allowed life to get in the way. And a lot of times we justify that. How many times have you justified allowing life to get in the way? Like there's a reasonable excuse why life got in the way, all right? No, life got in the way because we allowed it to get in the way. And when we justify it, we make it a habit. We make it a part of our character. So not only will this be left for dead, okay, and needed to be resurrected, all right, but there's other things that this thought process allowed to get away. And it was only God that brought this back to life. It wasn't me, because truly I had forgotten about it. It was not on top of mind. It wasn't in the middle of the mind. It wasn't even there. I wouldn't even say it was in the back of the mind. I had forgotten it, period. Okay, I had a dream. And God showed me you have already written a book. And this was it. Okay. So when I was told I had 3 books, this book, I didn't have to write from scratch. I just had to review it again. Okay. But the other 2, I had to write from zero. From November to December, I had written 2 books. Revised this one, and we published them all at the same time for March 6, 2020, which was last year, for a fabulous book launch. It was a triple book launch, okay? But procrastination is a thief. Delay is a thief, okay? We say delay is not denial, but a lot of times it can be a denial because of the way that we manage the situation. When we give room for procrastination, when we give room for, I don't know if people are going to read it. I don't know if it's going to make a difference. I don't know if this is the right time. I don't know how to start. These are all reasons to justify why we shouldn't do it now. Okay. So your solution is this 3-letter word. Now. Now is the time. There is no other time. You can't go back in the past and regret. This sat for 10 years. I can't go back. I just had to pick up where I left off and get this done, right? You can't be in the future of tomorrow it'll get done. Tomorrow I'll revisit. Tomorrow. No, it is now. Your time is now. Now say it with me, people of Ward. Thank you. Your time is now. N-O-W. It is now. Now is the time. Now is the day. I want you to seize the day. To seize means to take a hold of it. Grab it. Okay? Grab it for life. 2020 has taught us a valuable lesson. A valuable lesson. We have seen to the left, to the right. We have seen people that was around us no longer be around us. That's a huge change. I don't know about you, but that changed my life. There were some people here today, and then tomorrow we couldn't see them. And some of them was men and women of God, my peers. And it broke my heart. A lot of them had children. I'm not even talking about grandkids. Some of them did, but I'm saying some of them had children, teenagers. So we have a work to do. So your message, your book, the revelation, your framework is not for you. It just requires you to lay down your life and put it on the agenda. Now, the good thing is this, because I know how to get it done within 7 days or less. You don't have to deal with the stress of 18 months or carrying this baby for 18 months, not knowing how to start or where to go, or 1 minute you pick it up, next minute you drop it down, and then it's like, to pick it up. Let me tell you something. You pick up a book project after a couple of months, it's a nightmare. It's a nightmare, which is why I hold my people accountable and I take them through a process. I take them through a process because I know myself. Okay, today I have 9 books under my belt. So I know what that process is like. How grueling it is, how annoying it can be. Let's just be real. It can be annoying. Dealing with the meticulous parts of your book, your your transitions, your storylines, all the rest of it, making sure that you're conveying the right message, all of that stuff. So what you want to do is hire somebody. That's what I did. Okay. I couldn't do the book on freeness. Okay. My husband, he put me on to a lady who's a book coach. He put me on. And so I was eating up her free content, but it still didn't take me nowhere. I had to make a decision. Okay. That I needed help. And so guess what I did? I went and got me some help. Guess what? That help cost me $6,000. That did not include publishing. And I'm not mad. I'm not mad about it. All it included was direction. Okay. Because off of that 6,000, I have been able to make six figures and more, multiple six figures at this point right now. Okay. So I'm not mad at my initial investment. My initial investment was $6,000. I'm not mad at making that investment. It was a much needed investment. Okay. So what I'm offering you today is this: book a call and let's strategically work on your book. Okay. Now to hire me to do this work is $5,000. That's a steal. Okay. But what we're going to do is we're going to strategically plot your book. We're going to work on the outline. Okay. And we're going to publish the book. All right. And I'm going to show you how to get back your investment. I talked about two of my clients yesterday. One of my clients made more than $5,000 on her book. Okay. She was in so much shock. One of my assistants got back to me and said she don't know what to do with the money. She said, what to you? She told my assistant, what do I do with money? I said, listen, we have programs she can reinvest, she can upgrade so that we can teach her how to turn that book, what she did to 5,000. That was a pre-sale to doing 10K months. Okay. Cause that's what we do over here. All right. So listen, if you are interested, you just need to just get a spot on my calendar real quick. And so that we can strategize together. Okay. But I don't want you to suffer from the works of procrastination. This is why I'm here. I don't want you to suffer that. Okay. Because in you suffering that, okay, you don't know what you're missing out on. My client told me that she got $5,000 and she's like, I don't even know what to do with it. And I know why she said that. It's because she didn't think it would happen. She's amazed at how easy it was for her to actually recoup her investment. Okay. That's why she was like, I don't know what to do. It's because she didn't really think. I mean, I teach them how to do it, but sometimes I think they're just really amazed because they just didn't have the faith. Okay. And I always tell them, you don't have the faith, borrow my faith, because I've seen it over and over again. I know what I'm doing. And I can get you there. All right. So if you're over here and you're like, man, I do have a book, man, I do have an idea, and I haven't done nothing with it. Okay. Then you ought to make that quick transition, get another window open and get on my calendar real quick so that we can begin to get you on the road to finishing your book in record time. And hopefully we can get it done by the end of this year of 2021. At least you would say, man, I did good I did good in this 1 year. I done got me a book done. Now, how impressive is that? Real impressive. Really, really impressive. I just interviewed one of my clients on Friday this week, and she was saying how impressed and how much in awe that her family is. They're like, you wrote a book. They just can't believe it. And it's going to be the first out of many, right? She was saying that after the parents had read their book to their children, that she had so many phone calls of people saying, when's the next one? Here's the money. They did not realize that she hadn't written the second one. They just assumed that she was either working on it or it was already here and she was holding back. Not so. So guess what? She's now having to go into the lab and create a book because there's a demand for it. She created her demand. She created her own demand. Now, For the book you're saying nobody's going to read, nothing's going to become of it. Why would I invest anyway? Let me tell you something. You're missing out. Okay. And so I want to support you so that you don't have to continue to miss out. Okay. And so make a call, get on my calendar. Let's set up the call and let me support you. Okay. To strategize around your book so that you can become the published author that you've always dreamed of becoming. All right. I'm going to support you to do just that. All right. So, people of God, I have enjoyed you this afternoon. I normally don't come out here on a Sunday afternoon, but I think I'm going to continue to do this. Right. I think, true, I got my makeup on, just came out of church. Why not? Why not just get it all done at the same time? So I think I'm going to make this into a thing. Right. So, yeah, so that's what we're going to be doing. So on Sundays, come meet with me after church, because I think this is great to support you guys with your God vision, your God ideas, your God books. Okay. And let's make it happen, people of God. All right. So I'm going to love you, leave you. Take care. And I look forward to speaking to you real soon. All right. God bless. Take care. Bye-bye.